The most difficult thing about being a young adult carer is probably not having a social life and probably having to take care of the person you're caring for 24/7.
It's difficult when you're at college or if you're still in school or something. You're trying to get all your work done at the same time as caring for someone.
I think the most difficult thing, it depends on the carer. For me, it's balancing is the most difficult. It's trying to balance what you've got to do and still actually lead an adult life at the same time. But again, it's different for everyone. So but for me, as I said, it's mainly balancing, and well, money's everyone's problem these days. So those are the main two.
I think the most difficult thing about being a young carer is probably got a lot to do with Neil's just said here. Being able to balance your kind of social life and everything else around being a carer. Money is also an issue. Quite a lot of the time it's very hard to try and get stuff to help out around the house and stuff like that. So yeah, I think what Neil's just said is kind of covered up.
The most difficult thing about being a young adult carer? Probably try to juggle everything at the same time, because you're not a young carer and you're not an adult carer, so you haven't yet got your life, but you're also not in school or anything like that, and you've still got to think about your further education and what job you want to do, and things at home get more heated as well because the people in your family actually get more confident in what they're saying to you because you're not a child anymore. So pretty much just all of that combined, really.
Don't know, I would say, like, see, because I've been a young carer since the age of 7, I've been going to the centre since I was 7, it's just like all of a sudden there's a pure difference and everyone's like, what's the difference? Like, you have this kind of security because it's like, right, you're in school and you've got your parents that are going to financially support you, even if they are skint, they do their best and stuff, and then you're an adult and like you're not in school anymore and colleges boot you out and you need to try and find a job, and then they're like, you're a young kid, are you going to show up? And it's just like trying to find your way and like trying to also balance the social aspect as well, because when you go to work it's not as flexible as school, you've got your set hours, whereas when you go to work it's like, can you do this day, can you do that day, and sometimes you can't just turn around and be like, no.
Where I would like to go in the future with the group is to progress with the group and get the group to be more known not only in Scotland but the whole of the UK.
I think the group's really good the way it is, but I think it would be good if we could kind of raise more awareness of it.
I've been using the group for a very, very long time. I think myself and Neil have been going
from the start,
from the very start of the Young Carers being an organisation. So we've been here for a long, long time. Too many years to count, I suppose.
That's why we've got our own desk.
So it's lovely.
I've been going to the group since I was 7.
Can you not do the maths?
What? I've been going for 12 years now.
I've been going for about a year and a half going on it.
I've been using the carer centre for probably about 5 years on and off or something like that. Don't know about that.
I just started the group in March, so that'll be a year in March. Yay!
When I first joined the group, I was really nervous, which seems ridiculous now because I'm so into the group and I know everyone, and they're just like friends, like, you know, any friends that you would have, and they're no different to anyone, obviously. I mean, we are just normal people, we just have different circumstances, and it's hard for people to see that because they kind of think we're some kind of unique, different people, but we just have the same needs as everyone, we have the same feelings about things, and we have opinions and everything like that. We just have someone to look after.
The group has helped me quite a lot from when I joined the adult carers group, because I went through a stage in my life where I needed a lot of support, and Gavin, the camera can cut that out, it's fine, because I received a lot of support from Gavin because I was going through a lot of stuff in my life,
I think the group's kind of made me see that I'm not the only young adult carer out there. It's certainly helped when I was applying for college and stuff, and boosted my confidence as well, actually.
It's extremely important to have the young adult carers, or YAC groups as it seems to be called these days, without my liking. But it's really important to have the difference, because I mean, at the end of the day, the needs of a 14-year-old are so much different from the needs of a 16-year-old. So when you try to imagine that there is groups out there that are 14 to 25-year-olds, you imagine that 25-year-old man goes to try and seek support and help, but he's getting offered the same help as a 14-year-old boy or a 14-year-old girl. It's not right. At the end of the day, you can't blame the people that have these services in place, because it's funding and all that kind of stuff. But the young adult carers group coming into the Renfrewshire Carer Centre was a big thing, because I mean, the young adult carer group finishes at 18 and I was 21. I was still attending.
He was?
I wasn't supposed to be there, but they didn't want to tell me to leave, because at the same time there's still help they can offer, and there's still so much more that they can help you with. And you create friendships with pretty much everyone in this place as well. It's so hard to walk in here and not make friends with someone.
It is definitely a need to have a young adult carers group. Basically because he never left. And then I got to the age where I was turning 18 and there was nothing else for us, but we still kept coming along, and there is a lot of us now that are
in this group.
There's a big need for a young adult carers project, as opposed to just going up to the adults, because we're all in the same age group and we're all going through the same things, and I think having just a private wee night with all of us, and we're all talking about our worries or our problems, and everyone's there to support each other, and they all really know what advice to give the person, because they might have been through it, or they might have been through it, but they just know like how to fix it or something like that. So you've got everyone there just to ask, and you've got different people to ask different questions, so you've got a range of characters and people that you know you can go to and get support from them.
I just think it would be harder to connect with people, because when you get older you have a different point of view on everything than what you do when you're younger, and that can be either a good or a bad thing, really. Also, being able to openly talk to people. I mean, not everyone's comfortable with adults, so that might be a problem, and when you're in a support group like ours, that's kind of the basis of the group. Just little things like that, really. The things that actually get the group to run just wouldn't be the same, because we do have different experiences.
Best out by far was the Cairngorms one. We went to the Cairngorms. It was about 20 miles north of Aviemore, so it was quite nice. It was in the absolute middle of nowhere. It was about 30 odd centimetres of snow. 30 odd inch would have drowned. No, there was about 30 odd centimetres of snow, so it was really good as well, because we were living in Paisley. You don't really see snow, you see sleet sometimes that a bin lorry's crushed. It was good, it was definitely good. It was good to have that residential to spend time with everybody from the group. New faces that hadn't kind of mixed so far, and it was good to get them involved in, and also for us as well, because it was one of the first, even though we've been here for years, at the same time it's still a new group, so it still had to get that feeling set in stone. And we had the wonderful Gavin as well, who was getting introduced properly to us for that time as well. So
first time.
It was it turned a lot of us quite emotional, which was something that we didn't expect to happen. It was just good to see a connection happen between like a group of people, and the fact that it was our group that's done it, and it was just. There was not one negative part of that weekend. Like every second from the moment we left here at whatever time in the morning it was to the moment we got back, it was entertaining every single moment of it. So there's nothing bad I could say about it.
Definitely got to know a lot more people from the group through the Cairngorms, I would say. A lot of old faces as well, and also Gavin. Meeting him for the first time was quite good. It was definitely a very, very, very good outing. And as you can see, these are the pictures, some of them, from us there.
These are,
as you can see, a lot of snow. So there was a lot of snowball fights. Well, I tried to. Nobody else wanted to. Chickens, that's what they were.
And if you could sum up the young adult carer group in one word, what would it be?
I don't know. Inspirational. That's probably it. Yeah.
I'm just going to stick with amazing because there's no other way of describing it.
Good job, guys.
Renfrewshire Young Adult Carers Group in one word.
One word I'd use to sum up the group, it's really difficult because it's just life changing. I don't know if that is maybe counted as one word, but it's changed my life completely, and it's given me something that I have there, and I know I have it there if I
The best. That was 2 words, sorry.
Yeah, it was. Right, ready for mine? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Someone had to say it.
I don't know. I think in one word, the best word for it would be positive. Because I mean, you would want to say it's fun, it's great, it's whatever, but the one thing that you get the most out of the group has got to be the kind of positive energy you get from everybody in it. Even if somebody feels bad when they come in and they end up just, the energy from everyone just improves your mood, and it's such a contagious atmosphere. It's so great.